Down. 50. Plant.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
Shoot.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Hey, Echo. Sunday.
Seven's the mic.
Hey. They kill. They 4-2 kill.
47. They can't hang with us.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that's complete to Croft. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Check in. No gain on this defense, no gain. Sunday. 34, right there. Hey, orbit. Scoot. I'm coming for you, son. Check. Hot route. Hot.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. We talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Ready, break.
6, Mike, 56. Okay, just
exit.
56. Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, locked. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Ready. No. X3. 218, chop. 5.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsay. Taron Johnson made the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ready up.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run with Lindsey, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Philip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
81.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
On the ready.
An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now to the air. Lock. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, that's good. Switch.
80 weapons.
Switch.
Bravo.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey.
Deep grip.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Set. 18 Gator.
Mike. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Ready? 8, read.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check.
Protein spill. Hey, wahoo.
3 to Mike. 53 is the Mike.
Stay with your man.
Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. Hey, let's get
Five.
Again, it's Locke. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now McManus for the extra point.
Now that touchdown won't allow you to totally relax, but you can breathe a little easier now. Just increased their lead.
And this one through the uprights and good. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Von Miller in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing his Wentz. He hits Beasley right side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas. To throw is Wentz, and that's caught by Beasley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Throwing now is Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and now it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Adam Gotsis, the Aussie, with a sack.
82.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Step now, a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's locked. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Matchbox lights. Ready.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. This time they stay on the ground. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. Desmond King back deep. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. Here's King. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's McCoy. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
34's the mic. 34's the mic. All day. All day.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz, he's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Bills cut into that lead. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
You draw quarter. Hey, Haywood.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Know your job. Let's go.
Get it.
On 1st down, Locke. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
74, 74.
34, Mike 34.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Watch twist.
After the sack on 1st down, Wentz, he's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
36.
Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz. That's complete right side to Gabriel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 30 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
He's coming. Check him. Get that quarterback.
Now Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, check right. Hey, box truck. Watch the run. Let's go, hey. Go Mike 34, Mike 34. 5'9", 5'9".
34 is the Mike. 34 is the Mike. Watch the pass.
Buzz.
Here we go.
34 is the Mike. 34 is the Mike. He's coming. Check.
Now Wentz again. That is incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Yeah. Check 50. Ram. Hey, 57. So, hey, well, Mike 34.
Wentz to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Set, ready? 30 base.
Check 53's Mike. Here we go, D.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10.
You think you won't get this? General West. Big grip.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lindsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down. A nice, safe throw and a good one.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Down to the 25. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
He's top right here, top to the right. 40.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. And he's going to go down here as sacked. They push him back to the 34. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. Back now in Buffalo. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34.
Sunday.
Get the weight room.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
That's good for a Bill.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Derek Wolfe just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down. On first down, Wentz. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. 11 more on that one and another first down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, seam 6. Let's go.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, 81 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point from McManus is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
All day, every day.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's McCoy. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Bills on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Got it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Under 10. Under 10. Recon. 152 fighter. Now.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 36-yard line.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for Denver, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move to 4-7. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll